What is up, everybody? My name's Devin. You know what? I'm not going to explain too much. Just I'm watching the Dodgers game with no sound, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. It's an alternative broadcast, and we are playing the... Oh, I got to change this. I've got to take care of some computer stuff. We're playing the Colorado. I never know how to spell Colorado. You know, that's got to be it. There we go. Anyway, it is 4-2. This is a huge game, and it's Friday night, so that's kind of fun. And up to bat right now is Barnes, Austin Barnes, the catcher. So I guess Grandal's sitting out. Maybe he'll come in to pinch it later. Who knows? And here's the pitch. And Barnes struck out, and they just caught Bellinger at third in a pickle. That was the worst scenario that could have happened. There were guys on first and second, I think, or no, first and third with one out. Austin Barnes was at bat. He struck out, and then somebody tried to steal, and then the guy that caught the steal didn't care about the second base, and then threw home, and then got Bellinger by a mile. And I didn't explain that one right, but that was the worst case scenario that could have happened. My first at bat. And we now have 3 outs, and we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Luckily, the Dodgers are up by 2. Oh man, Hexar, people are already here. 2 people are already here. That counts as people. What up, D? Happy Friday to you. Let's go Dodgers. And you know what? Friday night, I went to dinner with my mom, and I had 2, maybe 3 beers, and it was pretty fun. And I got home, and now I'm doing the Dodgers, and I saw that we were up by 2. So that's just good news. But you wouldn't believe what you saw in the last at bat there. That was Bellinger getting a little too crazy. Maybe it was Kike getting a little bit too crazy, and then Bellinger saw that he was going to get thrown out, and then pretended that he was going to go home, and then also actually got caught. Who knows? But it was a bad inning. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, bottom of the 7th. And, you know, Colorado, how do they hit? Hexar, is Colorado good at hitting? Is 2 runs fine? Tell me right now, is 2 runs fine? Because when I saw it on Google, when I looked, I was like, you know, we should be able to handle that. And 2 runs is fine, right? We got Jansen coming in, and no problem. Peter Parker, what's up, man? You know what? I had dinner with my mom, and now I'm watching Dodgers game, and I've had 3 beers. And who knows, maybe done some other stuff. But anyway, I'm back. And the Dodgers are up by 2, and we're going to the bottom of the 7th. I don't know if you saw what just happened just now, but it was terrible. Poor base running from the Dodgers, usually not something you see. Let's take a look at slow motion. Strikeout from Barnes. What a shocker. And they throw it down to second because Kike was stealing. And Bellinger, I guess, was trying to bluff that he was going to go home to try to break up that steal that Kike messed up on. And it was a double play. They got Bellinger at third. So Hexar or Peter Parker, is 2 runs enough? Oh, we got Caleb Ferguson coming in right now, batting .356. And you know what? I don't know if I trust this guy. I thought maybe Jansen was going to be coming in. Fernando Gonzalez, what's up, dude? Hellos? You know what? That counts as hello. It's close enough. And Ferguson's coming in. What about Alexander? Let's use Alexander more. Oh, Kershaw's pitching tonight. Let's get Kershaw the win. He's only got a 2.42 ERA. You know, we were a little rough on him earlier in the season, but he ended up doing not so bad. Certainly not Cy Young quality, but, you know, not so bad. Here's the pitch from Ferguson. A curveball that didn't curve, and that was 74 miles an hour, and ball 1. 2-run lead against the Rockies is cool. That's nice. I mean, look at this guy, Noel Cuevas. He's batting like .250 with 10 RBIs the whole season. So that should be no problem. And, you know, Ferguson needs to get some confidence. This is a great time to bring him in, actually. And he's a lefty. Barnes sets up inside. Pitch comes inside. Ooh, called a strike. That was a very good idea. He missed the first pitch. There's a crazy curveball that was high and outside against a righty. And it wasn't even close. And then he just fastball inside corner. Didn't even have a chance. Watch out for Trevor Story. Trevor's story, well, let's take a look. To 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. Fastball. That's hit pretty hard to center field, but that's going to be 1 out. And who's that in center? Oh, Kike's in center. He just plays wherever. It doesn't even matter. You just put Kike wherever. Let's take a look at, what did you say? Oh yeah, Trevor's story. And Chris Iannetta is up right now. Is this guy even a baseball player? I think there's multiple Trevor stories. Oh, he's on Colorado. Well, luckily we got Chris Iannetta up right now. And yeah, he's on Colorado. Here's the pitch. Crazy curveball, not even close. 76 miles an hour. Oh man, we got more people here. Oh, Killer Man Super Dude. The man with the romantic picture for his profile picture. You know, that's just a great picture, dude. You got the sun behind you. It just shines. Like when I'm taking a look at all the photos, I mean, we got a car that's pretty sweet. We got Peter. Actually, that one looks pretty cool too. You know, we got DF. We got the, you know, but yours is also up there. Like Will Pompey. Oh, what's up, dude? Good to see you. From here, I can't tell what your picture is. Let's take a look. Is that like a knight looking up to the right? Is that a knight looking up to the right? I can't even tell. And it's 2-1. The Dodgers are winning. Oh, William Pompey, you're awesome, buddy. Well, that was after I couldn't tell what your photo was. Or you said that before I couldn't tell what your photo was. I think it's a knight looking up to the right. Peter Parker, Lakers and Dodgers for life. What's up, dude? And strike 2. 2-2. Ferguson seems to be throwing it right by Iannetta, but Iannetta's batting 9th. And actually, we couldn't have had a better few batters in this inning. 8 and 9 batter. And Iannetta looked pretty ridiculous there. It wasn't even close. Lakers and Dodgers, thanks for coming. You think 2 runs is enough right now? Uh-oh, that is a hit to second. And Dozier wasn't even close, and there's a guy on first. Come on, Dozier. Kike would have got that one. And, you know what are we getting these guys for? Let's see, that was Iannetta, base hit. He was playing a little bit of the shift. And number 6, Dozier maybe did like a kind of a weird slide spin move when he didn't need to do it. Like back, that was definitely Dozier. And back when I was playing Little League, they'd say, you know what, get in front of that one. If I would have pulled one of those spin moves, they would have been yelling at me. Nope, it's, where were we at? How was your day? Oh, Lakers and Dodgers, thanks for coming. How was my day? Went to work. Happy it's Friday. Went to dinner with my mom. Had 3 beers. And now we got Blackman up right now, 0 for 3. And he doesn't seem like somebody that should be a leadoff batter. This guy is... words cannot describe this man's beard. I make fun of these guys for not shaving. I do. But this guy deserves it. Like, absolutely, this guy deserves it. This is the most manly beard in Major League Baseball. Here's the pitch. And I hope this guy gets a base hit. I like Blackman. And as long as they don't score runs, I hope this guy gets a base hit. I'm just saying it. I like this guy. And he's got the football. He's got the football black under his eyes. And it's statistically, it's just, I don't think it really matters. You know, if having black under your eyes really made it better, everybody would be doing it. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch. Ball 1, and that was a beautiful pitch from Ferguson, actually. Oh, let's see what's going on. What was I talking about before? I don't know. How was my day? Oh, pretty good. Work, dinner with my mom, beers, watching Dodgers. So, better than average day. Nope, it's me in a college radio station. Will, what college radio station are you at? And what you should do is just go on YouTube. And because how many people are really listening to that radio? You got to do the radio plus YouTube. Like your potential for people listening is in like the hundreds of millions. You know what? College radio these days isn't the same now that we're going live. It just so happens some people figured it out earlier than others. Anyway, was I making fun of your radio thing? I'm sorry. I honestly, I love radio. That's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just talking. You know what? Will, tell me more about the radio station before I make assumptions. Hexar, I was close. Will, Dodgers for life. Fernando Gonzalez, what's your opinion about Ryu? You know what? I always preferred him to Ken. You know, you had Ryu and Ken, and it was just the best fight ever, and it didn't matter who you're playing against. I preferred Ryu. And Ryu had less bad matchups. So, I think Ryu is you know what, he's been a middle to top tier player ever since the beginning of the game came out. Oh my god, that's a base hit to right field. That's a base hit, and you know what, he had those, he didn't have the best uppercuts. Ken's uppercut was always better. But he could chuck fireballs with the best of them. And if you just stood on one side of the screen with Ryu chucking fireballs, you would definitely win. So what do I think about Ryu? Ryu's the best. Lead's a lead. It definitely is a lead. But where is Jansen? They're showing us Floro in the bullpen right now. So Jansen's not coming in. They're resting him. That's annoying. Elias lead, ready for Sunday. Dude, so ready. It's not, we're on commercial break. So ready, it's not even funny. And my fantasy team, I got a C- according to Yahoo. But I got a Jai on the Eagles, and he actually had 2 touchdowns yesterday. So far I've only had one player play. He did really good, JJ, and which was great because he had nothing for a long time. Ready, Devin, you left your bloody knife in my restroom. Well, you know what? Wait, yeah, you know, I'm just coming over too much. You know, that just means I'm spending too much time over there. A lot of people could be carrying knives. And it was just, it fell out of my pocket. The fact it was bloody, who knows why? You know what? You're just snitching. Peter Parker, Chuck Nasty. I don't know where that comes from. Don't know what it means, but you know what? Chuck Nasty does kind of sound funny. Hexar, shortwave radio. Well, that could be it. The college radio thing is awesome. But YouTube is way more than shortwave radio. YouTube is global. It's radio. These days, all it takes is a pretty decent computer to have a TV station in your bedroom. It's the going live is as powerful. These computers can now, you can literally set up a TV show in your living room and you can broadcast to the whole planet. 10 years ago that took a TV station and 40 people. It's amazing. It's amazing. I think he means the pitcher Ryu. Oh, what did I say? Oh, I was talking about the video game player. You know what? I like him because of his name, and I've always liked Ryu. So no matter what happens, he's got a spot on the team. I just love talking about Ryu. I don't know. Maybe what the fuck isn't Dragon Ball Z, dude? You know what? You do seem like a Dragon Ball Z kind of guy, Andre Mark. I can see you doing Dragon Ball Z. But I agree, Ryu is the best Street Fighter. You know what? Let's be honest with ourselves, Lakers and Dodgers for life. He was the easiest. He was the one that they just signed you up for at the very beginning of the game when you're like 10 years old. Like, oh, so we all just loved him. No one, if we got to go to Bison, we would have been beating more people. Here's the pitch. And there's 2 people on, and Floro is in right now. And it's 1-0. And it feels like I'm talking fast. Maybe I'm talking fast. Anyway, it's 1-0. And who's this guy? Arenado, number 3. And he's 0 for 3 on the night, but batting .297. This guy's not bad. And it's 1-0. There's 2 guys on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Bottom right called a ball, and that was actually a pretty good ball from the umpire. I'm ready for Monday Night Football. Raiders, oh my goodness. The fact that Khalil Mack is not on the team, I didn't quite realize what happened when that happened. Like, it wasn't on my radar. I didn't actually realize how bad that was for the Raiders until later. And I've had a lot of time to think about it. And to me, that puts a little bit of cloudy, it puts rainy clouds over the game. And I'm still not over the Khalil Mack losing him to the Bears. I'm not over that. I'm excited, but now I really want the Raiders to win because that just sucks. And you know what? I'm always gonna like the Raiders. And the Rams, who knows? They're probably gonna score like 40 points. Like, do you remember the playoffs last year and the end of the season? Gurley went so beast mode. He was the most beast mode running back I have seen in forever since like Adrian Peterson when he was good. My guess is Gurley is just going to just run all over everybody. Anyway, back to baseball. Gotta talk about baseball. YouTube is the wave now. Oh, dude, it's like multiple waves. Uh-oh, we walked him. So now the bases are loaded. And if I was the coach of a baseball team and I brought in a pitcher and he walked the first person up, take him out. We're watching the succession of pitches right now, and all of them were way outside missed sliders. Well, he's obviously going outside and low, but he's going too outside. He was pitching around him. That's what he was doing. Floro just pitched around whoever that guy was. And now we got Trevor Story coming up. 321, 2 home runs, 23 RBIs. This guy's terrible. How could he have so little RBIs at the end? Oh, with the bases loaded. This guy's actually really good. He's batting 320 something. Might be a high scoring game. Oh, you mean tomorrow? I would love that because I have Amari Cooper on my fantasy team because I'm a sucker for punishment. You know, but I just want him to succeed so bad. I just watch the games anyway. I got Amari Cooper, and I also got Marshawn Lynch last year, and that was a disappointment. It's because I just love to hate myself. Lynch said he won't be playing in Vegas. We'll see how he does this year. I can see him just saying that. And just, if he has a really good year this year, that statement means absolutely nothing. So anyway, if anything, I'm happy that he said that. He's honestly trying to psych himself up to play better. And he's trying to get everybody behind him, I think, a little bit. Actually, I think I'm happy that he said that. Lynch is, he's definitely getting old in football terms. But he didn't have much shelf life either. But I guess none of the running backs really do. But last year he didn't have any pop in his step. And running backs that are good have a pop in their step, and it's obvious, and you can notice it right off the bat. Like Jay, he has some pop in his step. And beast mode, oh my god, beast mode lost his pop. But do you think he's maybe one of the reason why they got rid of Khalil Mack? Because they're like, dude, we can't pay all this money. And you know what? Marshawn Lynch is not getting us deep in the playoffs. Let's just take him off the books and maybe get 2 good rookies. Sometimes I kind of blame Marshawn Lynch for losing Khalil Mack. I'm still not over it. I don't know how to process it. But there's just so many factors that went into that decision. And it must have been a good idea. And the fact that they got sued by the city of Oakland, it's almost like they got sued by Oakland. They're like, well, we know we can't afford Khalil Mack. What the hell? Like, oh, do we move to Vegas or get Khalil Mack? And if anything, don't get Gruden. Anyway, we got to get back to Dodgers. That's what you guys are here for. Still bases loaded. It's 1-2. Bases are loaded. This guy Trevor Story thinks he's so cool. Wow, they got a sellout crowd in Colorado, and they're all wearing like tank tops and t-shirts. So it must be summer in Colorado. I've never seen that before. Here's the pitch. Swing, and it's fouled away. Devin, try out for arena football, dude. I was so badass freshman football. If I was a little bit faster, I would have been a starting receiver. But that doesn't mean that I wasn't a badass on defense and special teams. But arena football, I don't know. Maybe I could have been in the women's league. But I would have had to take some drugs earlier. Who knows? Maybe I could avoid the surgery and just be able to play football anyway. But yeah, well, it's still there. But I'm a woman. I've been taking drugs since last year. I could have made it. under certain circumstances, I could have been in the. Oh, I was in the women's arena football. You know, when they're wearing the bikinis? That would have been my jam. Bro, all the cash is going to Chucky. That's why they need money space right now. Dude, well, $100 million. He got Khalil Mack money. And Hexar. Tell me what you think. Do you give money to somebody that doesn't play or somebody that's on the field and already like the number 1 or number 2 defensive players in the league? If I had to make my pick for $100 million right now, I would take Khalil Mack for 7 years over, or however many it was, 6 years over John Gruden. I'm sorry. You know, maybe call me old school. Strike 3. And we're going to the top of the. I mean, I love John Gruden more than you can imagine. But if I had to choose, I would definitely go Khalil Mack. We're on commercial break. Thanks for coming, everybody. There were more people here before, but then you guys left. That's cool. And most of the time, people don't like coming until the 9th inning because it's baseball. And I was at a restaurant today in a bar with my mom, and they didn't have the Dodgers game. They had direct TV, and it was annoying. I have more reason to do this on YouTube. Can't wait for cold weather, Peter Parker. Cold weather, I don't like it. You know, it only rains here like 4 days a year. I'm gonna throw it out there. It rains 4 days a year, but those are the worst days on the planet. There are like hundreds of car wrecks. You might as well not even try to leave the house. The rainy days are the worst, and when it gets cold and rainy, that's even worse. But I'm glad somebody likes it. I mean, if there was snow and there's something fun about snow other than like snowboarding, that'd be cool. But I'll take the warm weather any day. But I'm not talking smack. I'm not talking. That's a personal preference kind of thing. But I would take it warm all the time. But you know, then I'd probably get skin cancer. Jufro is on point. You know, once it's on. That's the thing about the Jufro, is if you have what it takes to actually get a real fro, it does it by itself. And that's the best part about it. It just takes maintenance in terms of just making it round. But take a shower, boom. It's just you can tell if somebody has like a Jufro and they don't take a shower. You can totally tell because it just gets disgusting, and then you can see what side of their head they slept on, but all you gotta do is take a shower and the thing just pops up. 18 more games till October baseball. That scares me. 18 more games. I want like 30. I think the Dodgers need 30 right now. They're gonna have to. Oh, they just gave Floro the top tier play. I mean, good for him. But I do go to Arco Gas if I have the choice. I do go to Arco. I want 30 games, but 18 is just cutting it a little bit close. And I think these Rockies are kind of running hot right now. And I think that if we had 30 games, we'd be guaranteed to go to the playoffs. But because it's 18, we have a 25% chance of not going. Here's Scott Oberg. 7-0, 44 games. What the hell? Those are the best numbers I've seen in forever. And the first one is way outside, and the umpire calls it a strike. So it's 0-1, but it wasn't even close. Oh, he's got a solo home run tonight, though. Here's the pitch. Oh, ground ball to second. And they're going to throw him out at first. And I really wish that I would have seen the home run, because Yasiel Puig, if he had 30 more... You know what? With Yasiel Puig, he's had the same... I'm going to forget that thought on Yasiel Puig. He's my favorite player. Not going to talk smack. Here comes Chase Utley. You know what? Let's hope he just steps into this one. Take it off the dome. Get on first base. That's all you can do. And he's batting .236. 1 home run. 14 RBIs. What a stud. You know what? If it's a little bit inside, just step in. Take it off the forehead. Take your base. And that's what we need from you. Let's go, Puig. You know what? It didn't happen, but you knew who was up. That's good. Smoke a blunt in the rain. Well, the problem is that I might do those all the time. So all of a sudden the weather becomes a little bit irrelevant, because it just turns into a constant thing. I'm down with that. But I do like blunt is the preferred method for me to smoke weed. You know what? Just smoke a blunt. I would say yes. That's the preferred method. It's 1-0 to Chase Utley. Just get on base, take some walks. And nope, now it's 1-1. I love playing baseball or football in the rain or snow. Well, I played football. And when actually football is like the one sport where the weather doesn't matter in terms of like your enthusiasm for playing it. You're just in football, you're either going 100% and you're hardcore and nothing matters, or you're not good at football. And yeah, football, that's the one in which rain or snow or shine, you were going to be going hardcore so much that it didn't matter. But in baseball, when you're hanging out, if you're in Little League and you're playing baseball and it's raining and you're out in left field and you haven't had a ball your way in like 2 hours and batting practice is going super slow, no, sometimes rain and baseball don't mix. Smoke an L in the rain and then play sports in the rain. You know what? Sometimes I would take L's in the rain and then I would just play more sports another day. Or 2, smoke an L in the rain. Oh, Lakers and Dodgers for life. I didn't quite get that one on first glance. Oh, Chase Utley just hit it so deep. Chase Utley just hit it so deep, but it was caught at the track. It's caught at the track. And that was actually amazing that he was able to get it so far without like even really doing anything, just putting the bat on the ball. Or 2, gonna miss Utley torturing the Mets. I haven't seen Chase Utley play on the Dodgers all season. He's played like the last couple games. I don't know. Chase Utley, people love saying, oh, he's so good. Everyone loves talking about Chase Utley. You know what? He's boring. Never liked Chase Utley. Never liked Shane Victorino. Never liked that whole thing going on they had over there. But I was happy to get him when he came. Oh, it was like, oh, that's a fun gimmick. Sell some tickets, but you know what? I don't know if he's worth $2 million. You know, give him a broadcasting job. Put him on YouTube. He would actually do pretty good on YouTube. It's 0-1 to Jock Peterson. And it's 0-2. How was there 2 outs already? We had how was there 2 outs? Oh, we had Puig. Where's Turner? Oh no, we're at number 1 in the lineup. All right, we're gonna get another at bat. Here's the pitch. 0-2, and it's fouled away. And now they're showing us, I think Maeda and Turner in the bullpen. It's like, you know what? Maybe we should get both you guys out of there. Or not Turner, that was Taylor. You know, Turner and Taylor, sometimes I get it mixed up in what I say. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3, not even close. Jock Peterson, go back to Canada. All right, well, we're still up by 2. I was very disappointed in that inning. That is not what I wanted to see. And that guy was actually throwing some dirt. Have you guys ever heard about this guy, Olberg? I think this guy might be badass. Utley retiring this year. You know what? We'll take him one more. I know I was talking smack, but I still like seeing him. And he's only 39. We can do one more. But that's why I said it. If it came down to it, he would take a fastball off of his forehead if he could get on base. And one of my last comments was he's not worth $2 million. He's definitely worth $2 million. You know what? It's going to be sad to see him go. I talked smack before I knew he was leaving. I already knew who's going to win the World Series. Well, it's obviously Boston. I haven't seen, like, usually my whole life, like, at the end of the day, I'll, like, check the sports, like baseball, football, and I'll just see the standings and who won. And it's not very often that I get so surprised every single time I look down, like, how good they're doing. Like, it is extraordinary. It's an outlier. It's like a mathematical outlier. So based on that, I don't think there's any way that anybody can say with a straight face anybody other than them are going to win, because they're an outlier compared to the rest of the league, and they just continue to keep on doing it. So Boston, but who's going to win? I mean, I think the Dodgers could beat them. I think the Dodgers could score 10 runs against them easily. We scored 10 runs against the Astros like so many times, but we still didn't win. So yeah, I think we could beat Boston. But anyway, it's gonna be the Dodgers or Boston. And I don't know if I'm making much sense right now. I'm rambling. I should probably just tell you what I see, but it just says MLB TV commercial break in progress. I'm watching it on Reddit. And now they're showing us, you know what? I don't like the Colorado Stadium. You know, they got a forest out in the infield. And they got like a waterfall. It's like, dude, sell some seats. You're a baseball team, sell some seats. We don't need a forest in the stadium. You got plenty of forest out there. Why do we need to bring that in here? I don't like the Colorado Stadium. Here we go. Bro, you asked me a question and I replied to you. You didn't even see it. Hexar. Oh, what was it? You missed my answer. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Hex. Oh my goodness. My bad. Okay. Bro, you have a defense player, and that's what Raiders have been looking for. And why for another potential guy down the line when you have one? Bro, you have a defense player, and that's what Raiders have been looking for. So that's why they got rid of they didn't want to pay the money to Mac. So you're saying that they can get another Khalil Mack down the line? Bro, you have a defense player, and that's what Raiders have been looking for. See, this is why I got to be more up to date on asking questions. Because when I asked you that question, I totally cared about what you had to say. And now I kind of forget what I asked. But if that's an explanation for why we got Khalil Mack, I can totally see how two people in the future could be worth it if those people are awesome. Like, you're taking some luck. Would I give GMs credit enough to pick awesome talent rookies that could be as good as Mac? No way. You know what? If they got good picks, then it makes sense mathematically. But I don't trust these GMs enough to be able to pick somebody that is as good as Mac, because you know they're out there. And if I got your point correctly, what's wrong with you, Devin? I love the rain. Smoke a blunt in the rain. I'm down with that. I love playing baseball or football in the rain. Smoke an L in the rain and then play sports in the football or two. The Mets. You missed my answer. He's drunk. I'm definitely drunk and high, but I never actually admitted to being high. I'm not Elon Musk. I'm not going to be, even if I owned like 3 businesses that built like rockets and cars, like transportation related. Never ever heard of, you know what, stoners building rockets. Like it's almost like stoners being coaches. Yeah, I'm drunk and high, but I never admitted to the weed. Same thing as an L. Is that Devin? Yeah, Utley's retiring this year. I already knew. Who's going to Utley is clutch. You know what? He wasn't clutch last year with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning in Game 7. And the fact that Dave Roberts put him in was just a testament to just what everybody says about Chase Utley. Oh, Chase Utley. Oh, put him in the bottom of the 9th inning in Game 7 of the World Series. What does he do? Nothing. Clutch. You maybe been clutch when you. I mean, Lakers and Dodgers for life. Clutch when you're 4 years old. You guys are YouTube. I know how young you guys are. 2-2, and with no outs, the Rockies get a double. And there is a person on second with no outs. And is that Hillary? Yeah, I think we got Hillary on second. Who's this guy? Oh, Holiday. We got Holiday on second. I've heard of him. And that was a perfect curveball, super low, and he was able to dig it out of the dirt. That was a great hit, actually. And now Colorado has a runner on second with no outs. Dodger versus Red Sox. Bro, you asked a question. Hexar, if I missed it, I'm sorry. There's no disrespect. I just don't know what's going on. And if I didn't answer it completely, get back to me. I'll answer it. I think Dodgers Astros again. You know what? The Astros, when I take a look at my phone every time and, you know, like blur my eyes and try to get a good idea what's going on, the Astros aren't doing anything more special than any other team. But if they can do what they did last year, just play out of their goddamn minds, then they can win again. I mean, because if they can play out of their minds like they did last year, I mean, you can't beat what they did last year. We were close, but if they can just do that again, yeah, they can win, and they can definitely beat the Red Sox. And they would if they did what they did last year against the Dodgers this year, they would sweep the Dodgers. I'm just saying that I don't know if they have it in them. They did it 1 year. That's not enough for me. And it's 1-0. Guy on second, number 24, Colorado at bat. Here's the pitch. Strike one, so it's 1-1. That was a high fastball. And this is Rockies batting .255 with runners in scoring position this season. And tonight they're 1 for 6. So how are they in first place then? It seems like that means that there's more meat on the table that they can produce. So that's actually not a good look with 18 games left. Am I watching this on Colorado? I think I might be watching this on Colorado TV. This could be fake news. 2-1. Dave Roberts looks nervous. Honeycutt just always chomping on his gum, never doing anything smart. Now they're showing us, you know what, not 100% sales at Coors Field, but pretty close. 2-1. Huge swing and a miss from Desmond. And the fact that these guys are all wearing t-shirts, it makes me want to go to Colorado. I've actually been twice. And in Denver was one of my all-time best airplane throws. Me and my twin brother, we were staying in a hotel that was at the very top of like the biggest building in Denver. So, you know, it wasn't Chicago big, but it was a huge building. And there's a little crack at the top of the windows. And we were throwing airplanes off for about 3 hours. And it got crazy. So you couldn't see what happened to them when they got underneath. But, you know, I love Denver. And my airplane throws were on point. And there's the physics that would go down. Like, these things would stay up forever. So I do like Denver. And they got Bears. I think Dodgers Astros again. Devin, did you skip Hex? If I did, I'm very sorry. Lakers and Dodgers for life. You know, you can be the referee. If I missed them, I'm glad you let me know. For real, yo. Hex, I'm sorry. I'd like to get revenge against the Astros, yes. But they still have Verlander. It's going to be hard to beat. It's going to be hard to beat if we can get there. I'm going to have to see, I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to have to see something a little bit better than what they've been doing. 2-2. First, we got to get back past the Rockies. I think we swept them last year. Like, no problem. 2-2. No outs. Guy on second. That's a ground ball to second. And they're going to get him out at first. But now the Rockies have a runner on third with 1 out. And I think that might count as a no bat. And Turner's at third. Thank goodness. And talking, just yucking it up with the guy on third base on the Rockies. It's like, Turner, you might have to toughen up a little bit. And Dave Roberts is walking out to the mound. I'd like to get revenge. Devin, you should be a mumble rapper. Isn't that what I'm doing? I think I might be mumble rapping. And that is kind of what I do. I just mumble. At some point I'm going to think before I talk, which would probably help. You know what? I used to know Spanish really well. I took 3 years of it in high school, and I practiced it with somebody on like a semi-regular basis, and I got really good at Spanish. And then I didn't do it for about a year, and it was all gone. I don't understand how you can lose something so fast. It's like, I know what a T-Rex looks like. I know certain other stuff, but when it comes to the language in Spanish, I forgot it in a year. When there's other stuff that I remember. It was weird. But it was also when I went to college and I stopped speaking it all the time. Overall, his entire career, he's been clutch. Okay, you know what, Chase? I'm still happy to have him. Can Seager play if we made it to the World Series? You know what? At the beginning, I saw that when he got hurt. Can Seager play if we made it? Isn't he going to be getting better right as soon as we play the World Series? I kind of thought that was lucky when I saw that, but I don't think they're going to want to push it. And as long as Manny Machado can play somewhere else, like if I had to choose between Manny Machado or Seager that's got a broken hand or whatever it was, You know, Seager's got to go. We can get him next year. That'll be sweet. Boston Dodgers, Brian Garnica. If this is your first time, thanks for coming. Watching this while watching Mexico versus Uruguay. And yeah, what was going on? The Americans were playing Brazil earlier. I mean, I thought the World Cup was over. Oh gosh. We got Scott Alexander coming in. And I did say earlier that we should probably bring him in. So I can't complain now, but I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. And he's coming in with a guy on third with 1 out. Carlos Gonzalez. And he's batting lefty right now, so he's batting .264. So we have his bad side. And yeah, his numbers are considerably worse on lefty. And worst case scenario, this game's tied. So this is still not the worst spot in the world with the guy on third with no out. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit outside. And Alexander kicks his feet saying, what the hell? But it was a little bit outside, Alexander. But that's about as good as you can get. Here's the pitch. And that was also outside, and definitely outside. And it's 2-0. Thoughts on Donaldson traded to the Indians? Now, let me just double check to see who this guy is. Oh yeah, he's on the Indians. Cleveland Indians should. The Tribe played Josh Donaldson at first base. Like, when did they get him? Was that like today? I thought the trade deadline was like a month ago. Has he been on the team for a month? Thoughts on Donaldson? Oh, first time good updates. Thumbs up. And then, what is that called? I don't know what that one's called. But I'll take it. And that's a ground ball to third base. And they throw it over to first. And he's out. So now we got 2 outs. And you know what? Thanks for coming. Give me a subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Come back next time. Give me 2 tries. And if you're a Dodgers fan, I do Dodgers and I do Lakers. So, you know, and honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. Lakers is more fun for me. But you can't, like, not do YouTube if you're doing YouTube. Like, I couldn't go, like, months without doing anything. So I've been doing Dodgers. And, you know what? I enjoy it, too. And, yeah, Turner just kind of dominated that one at third base. It was just a little ground ball. And he held it. He held the guy at third and threw it over. And up to bat right now is David Dahl. 265, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and it's fouled away. And you know what? Whatever happened to that radio guy at the very beginning? Will Pomp. You're awesome, buddy. You know what? I hope I didn't make fun of the radio thing. Was that him? Who was the radio guy? Anyway, if the radio guy is still here, my bad. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I scared him. Like, that's somebody that I should be making allies with. Somebody that can, like, maybe at some point help. But, you know, let's scare him away. Will Pomp, if you're still here, come back. You're a radio guy. You can at least help me a little bit. Tell me what to do better. And that's 3 outs. And we are going to the 9th inning right now. And this is just a great game. It's 4-2. And, but I can totally imagine Lakers and Dodgers, how somebody that doesn't know, like, the way I talk, maybe could have found that offensive. Because what I did was, I saw that he was doing something that was similar to what I'm doing, like radio. And then I just said, oh, YouTube's the best. And I just shoved it in his face how sweet YouTube is. And, you know, somebody doing radio probably doesn't want to hear that. So, you know what, I'm going to have to do better. And honestly, I thought more people would be watching this game. On commercial break. And who's coming up for the Dodgers? Let's hope it's Turner. Nope, it's me in a college radio station. You know what? I'm gonna maybe he's got a Twitter. I'll tweet him and say, "Come back, dude." Or I can just go to his channel. He's probably doing this. How many Dodgers games you've been to, like, over the course of my life? Maybe like 20. It's starting ever since I was a small child. So maybe like 20, but I should go to more. And we were planning on going to more this year. But then I started doing this. And you know what? It's really not the cheapest thing in the world. You can get the bad tickets, and it's pretty cheap. But honestly, it's like, if you're going to go, you got to pay for the $80 tickets. You got to get close. And it's just an easy excuse, and I've been doing YouTube. But we got to go to, we're going to go to a Dodgers game this year, that's for sure. How many, you good, bro? You didn't come wrong at him. Okay, that's good. Well, he's allowed to leave anytime he wants. Hexar, he was here the whole time. He's been paying attention. I'll take your word for it. Who's this guy right now? His name is Chad Bettis. He's 5-2 with a 5.19 ERA. And thanks for giving us play-by-play so much, since the TV contract sucks balls, and be able to watch the Dodgers. Goose Diaz. You know what? He understands. Thanks for coming. This is your first time here. And yeah, think about this like radio. If you can't get to a TV, though, I think that I honestly get to a TV if you can. But what's crazy is DirecTV doesn't have it. Nobody can watch these damn Dodger games. That's kind of why I'm doing this. Here's Justin Turner. And he's still Jesus as far as I'm concerned. And it's 0-1 right off the bat. But Gus, you totally get it. I didn't have to explain it to you. You probably got a good job. Show up on time, you know, doing something smart. Or you just understand internet. The nachos in the helmet are delicious. You know, I don't eat food that's been on top of my head. Oh, in the helmet. I got it. Yeah. Honestly, I prefer the box. You just get more of them. What you have to do is you just say, you know, you got to ask for more. It's crazy how much more food you can get if you just say, can I just get a little bit more? They do it 100% of the time. Like, anytime you're paying money for food, except at like a restaurant that's somewhat nice, if you're ever paying, just try this. If it's at a sandwich place or whatever it is, just ask for a little bit more. Just say, make it a little bit bigger. And they do it for you 100% of the time. Like, if you do the math and you count what you're getting for the price, you're a net positive by so much. So that one, you know, you're listening to me for Dodgers, but that one might give you, that might be worth it in the long run. What the heck? Oh, Josh Graham, I think I've seen you before. What the heck was up with the Rockies manager getting ejected? I missed it or something. Well, I jumped into this one in the 7th inning. I was out to dinner with my mom, and we were at a bar that had DirecTV, so I didn't get to see it. So I got home and just jumped on, and it was like, you know what? It's Dodgers and it's baseball. You know, some people just like jumping on in like the last end of the game. I jump on at the end of the game, but also do YouTube, so it's kind of like watching the whole game. I don't know what happened, but it was probably pretty funny. Here's Brian Dozier batting .220, 20 home runs, 68 RBIs. He's 0 for 6 in his, or 0 for the last 20 at bats with 6 strikeouts. Dozier is slumping. Here's the pitch. Ball by a long ways. Peter Parker, probably best food in Dodger Stadium. Yes, I'll agree with that one. That's true. You've been before. You obviously know. Here's the pitch. Outside, and it's 1-1. That was a great pitch, and Dozier wasn't even close to it. $200 a month. I know, that's what's so funny is people are paying for premium cable, and they still don't get the Dodgers. And what's funny is people were paying for Spectrum last year, full price, and half the city didn't get the Dodgers because they were having a fight with the Dodgers and Lakers. They were having a fight with the Dodgers, and Spectrum didn't give half the city the Dodgers. So that's why I started doing this. Yeah, trust me, I know. I was at a bar today, did not have the Dodgers. We were watching USA versus Brazil in soccer, And we're like, you know it's rough when you're watching USA in soccer. Dozier just got hit by a pitch. So now there's 2 people on. And honestly, I don't even know how that other guy got on. I totally forget how a guy got on base, but it was a base hit to the outfield. And now we got 2 people on base. Top of the 9th inning with 1 out. I have Cody, so I stream all the games, fuck Dish, and the rest of the companies out there. To get your money, it should be free. I don't care about ads and commercial. That's what makes their money. I don't know about that service. That's something that, like, Cody, that's like, you guys are kids here on YouTube. I should probably look into that and then maybe invest money with them. It should be free. You know what? I understand how maybe free might be a little bit too free. I mathematically, I think that if we want people to like the people that record the game, I don't know, people have to get paid in terms of sports. I get why people have to pay for it. I would agree with you like 95 times out of 100 on that one, Hexar, but in sports, I do think they need to get paid. I have Xfinity and bought the Dodgers channel. Xfinity, see, there's another one that you guys are kids. You guys know all the good stuff. Now that's 2 things I gotta look up. Looking up Bitcoins, looking up cryptocurrency. Let's see, I have Xfinity, get them insurance runs, Brian Garnica. Oh yeah, he's the new guy. You know what, I think he's a new guy. Oh no. Oh yeah. We are gonna need some, that's for sure. 4 at minimum. I wouldn't put it past the bullpen to like give up 2. Like that's easy. They can do that in their sleep. That's a ground ball to second, and they're gonna turn 2. No, they don't turn 2. And Bellinger is super fast. Holy crap. And there's a batter on Friday, or on 3rd and 1st. Oh yeah, that was Manny Machado that got the base hit, actually. And yeah, that was just a ground ball, but not hit very hard from Bellinger to second. And he beat that thing out by a mile. So the Dodgers still have an opportunity here. And that one was my fault for messing that one up. Quadgy Wanny, you're a scrub, bro. In terms of what? Because obviously everybody's a scrub at something. I need more clarification. Bellinger going deep. Peter Parker, he was going for going deep, and it was just a chopper to second. But he was able to get away with it. And honestly, he's actually, most of his hits, I think, are when he gets away with missing home runs. And here's Kike Hernandez, somebody that's always swinging for home runs. Batting .233, 19 home runs, 46 RBIs. He's 1 for 4 on the night. And that is low, but not by that much. Iannetta, the catcher, I think, messed up, like making it look cool. And it's 1-0. And Kike Hernandez is batting number 6 in the lineup. And what happened to Turner? Did we watch Turner? Yeah, we did see Turner. And that one is low, so it's 2-0. And it's 2-0. Kike Hernandez steps back in. Here's the pitch. And that's way outside. It's 3-0. Let's see. I'm a scrub. Bellinger going deep. Nope. ATL ho. ATL Atlanta? You know what? I've never wanted to go to Atlanta. What is there to do? Past your bedtime son, Brian Garnica. Past your bedtime son. Thumbs up. No, fingers up. Past your bedtime son. You know what? It's not even that late, dude. It's, what is it, 9:13? How dare you? I had Jody. The only issue is the links wouldn't work. We're glitchy. But when it's working, it's working. Gus Diaz. Here's the pitch, and that was a strike, so it's now 3-1. You know what? It probably would take me like 3 hours of searching Google trying to learn about Jody just to learn that. So Gus Diaz probably saved me some time. Hell yeah, it's Friday. Bellinger has wheels. That was amazing, actually. He was on the bag like before anybody could have ever imagined it. Here's the pitch. And Kike Hernandez, watch. And now the bases are loaded with Austin Barnes. Oh my goodness, Austin Barnes, of all people. He's over 206, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, strike 1. And it's 0-1. Here's the pitch. 87 miles an hour. It's 1-1, bases are loaded. This is a great situation. All we need is a hit from somebody that has not been clutch all year in terms of hitting. But we know that he has the Austin Barnes. He can play like a dog. And we know he's got the dog in him, but where's the fight? He can do it. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to shortstop and 3 outs. The inning is over, and we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning. And we certainly do not have Jansen right now. That is Kenta Maeda coming in the bottom of the 9th inning. And that is probably the best decision possible, though I'm certainly not feeling awesome about it. I meant Cody. Sorry, yeah, I knew that's what you were talking about. I had a baseball game tonight. So tell me what happened. What'd you hit for? Did you have any plays in the field? And how could you have a baseball game? I thought it wasn't even high school baseball season. Is this like club play? So yeah, give me the deets. You know, we might as well start getting your numbers now. Or, I mean, we'll find out if it's like at least college baseball, like maybe college baseball good. Yeah, I know what you mean. Gus and I went through a lot till I found working add-ons for mostly all. You know what? This is better. That's better than 3 hours of Google. Right there. Just Gus, the combination of those two sentences. And you know what? You guys maybe were a little bit wordy. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. That's like 32 words. Probably the best written review of Cody possible. And it's not even a review, it's just an explanation of what to expect and how to use it better. Anyway, you know what? I'll give you guys gold stars today. Those, you're not going to see words like, you know, it's hard to put words in order that have value to somebody else. And you guys were actually able to do it. A combo. You guys tag team that one. From somebody that enjoys writing. That one I'm impressed with. It's a league around California. Oh, nice. So it's a club league. Thanks. Oh no. Oh, and then thumbs up. Yeah, you know what? It could have been luck too. You know, there's 1,000. If you had 1 million typewriters, or you had a million chimps out in the universe or in space typing, or if you had an infinite amount of chimpanzees typing, at some point you're going to get Shakespeare. And that's somehow true, even though I don't really get it. So who knows? Maybe you guys were using the advantage of internet and infinite. Honestly, the internet is the ultimate test. The ultimate test of infinite monkeys typing. And you know what? I still have not seen Shakespeare yet. You know, who knows? Maybe with the internet, that's honestly, the internet is the ultimate test of that saying. And as of now, still have not seen Shakespeare. But what you guys did was pretty, that was more like mechanics. That was like more like magazine writing. You know, it's not Shakespeare. LOL, you awesome, bro. Thanks. You know what? I do what I can. It's 1-1. And this game is, you know what? I'm feeling very good right now. No, Maeda's not even in the game. I'm not even paying attention. Alexander is still in the game. And if he's pitching well, just keep on letting him pitch. Here's the pitch. And that is hit very hard to the outfield. Very hard to the outfield. That's off the wall. And that's only going to be a single. And Iannetta is at first base for the Rockies. And Puig did pretty good in right field. He definitely kept him at first, though I don't think Iannetti, he doesn't have wheels like Bellinger, let's put it that way. But that was a super hard hit off the wall. Oh man, and here comes the only person that I like on Colorado. Blackman, who's got the manliest beard in the league. Like, I make fun of these guys for having beards and just looking terrible. Blackman is not that. He is the opposite of that, and he's up to bat right now. This is a major situation for the Dodgers right now, actually. And I will not take anything from him. I love him. I like the way he looks. He could beat me up, but he's got to get a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, and it's ball 1. All right, actually, guys, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm getting a little bit nervous. And it's Charlie Blackmon batting .280, 23 home runs, 57 RBIs. He's 0 for 3 on the night. 0 for 4 on the night. And that was way outside, but the umpire called it a strike anyway, and Alexander just got hooked up. One and one. Here's the pitch from Alexander. Low and outside again, and called a strike. And the Dodgers just got hooked up 2 pitches in a row. And if I was Alexander, I would put it in the exact same spot. That is amazing. And we need to get... Let's see what's going on. Now I don't feel so good after the hit. Gus, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The umpire is hooking us up. Blackman, who could easily be a Pirate if he wanted to. Oh, that one was a little bit too much outside. And it's 2-2. And honestly, I don't even think I've seen Alexander hit the strike zone once against Blackman yet. So Blackman must be thinking, what the hell can I do? Anyway, it's a tough situation. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Way outside again. And Alexander keeps on missing in the same spot. He got hooked up twice. Not anymore. And it's 3-2 now to Blackman, who is definitely a disciplined batter, and it would have already walked by now if the umpire wasn't a little bit off this at bat. Colorado fans are looking very worried in the stands. 3-2. Here's the pitch. And he was called a strike 3, and it wasn't even close. And that was 3 in a row against Blackman. And you know what, Blackman, you are allowed to yell like this. Oh my goodness. That was so far outside, called a strike. And oh my, I didn't even know they called it a strike. It was so far outside. All 3 strikes that time weren't strikes. And Blackman was pissed, but he didn't get thrown out of the game. Anyway, Dodgers got lucky there. 1 out, and now all of a sudden the internet is going slow, and Alexander is coming out, and Maeda is coming in. This is pretty sweet. Peter Parker, oh nope, we got this, guys. Raiders for life. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming. You know what? You asked me before what I think about Khalil Mack, and there's so much that I think about it. I didn't even know what happened until recently. There's so much that I want to say right now. I said it earlier in the video. It's still sinking in. I don't know if it's as bad as everyone's saying, but it's still really sad. And no matter what happens, there's going to be a cloud over the team this whole entire season. If you're still here, can we get Kershaw back in the game, please? I mean, I think he started, so that would be like that. I don't think you can do that. The ump loves us, definitely. What's up, Raiders for life? Go Raiders, Raiders for life, Raiders Nation. Gus Diaz, we paid the umpires off. Honestly, if what he said before was true, that the Colorado coach got thrown out of the game, if that's true, then I have a feeling that the umpire has a grudge, has a chip on his shoulder because of that. Who knows what he said to him? Maybe even called his wife ugly. If somebody calls my wife ugly, I'm calling everything strikes. Blame that one on the coach for the Rockies. Yeah, no, my guess is he called his wife ugly. And if that's the case, we got this one. Still on commercial break. Oh, I went 3 for 5 with 1 home run and 2 doubles. Well, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. What kind of pitching were you going against? Like, how did everyone else? Was everybody 3 for 5 with good numbers? Like, or were you a standout? Because that is pretty good. Are you fast too? You had 2 doubles. Here's Kenta Maeda. Are you gonna play college baseball? I guess is what I'm asking. But I'll take anyway. I'll take anything. The fact that you play, I'll give you a participation trophy. Because that's what they do these days. Here's DJ LeMahieu here in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out, and that is the luckiest out in the world. Batting .325 versus lefties, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. And we are literally seeing the top of the order right now in the bottom of the 9th inning with Kenta Maeda starting. And you would think that when they bringing Maeda to the bullpen was the best idea ever. I'm just gonna say it. It was a great idea. It was a band-aid in a situation where we weren't looking good in the bullpen, and he was definitely a band-aid. And his first pitch is low and outside, so it's 1-0. And if I was Blackman, I would still be pissed off about that last at bat. That was just completely unfair. And Kenta Maeda, not sweating yet, but usually he starts sweating after like 1 or 2 pitches. And that's on the outside corner. Strike 1. 85 miles an hour. And I'm feeling pretty good right now. I went 3 for... Oh, that could be true. 2 other people went 4 for 4. Oh, so you guys had a good game in general. What was the final score? You guys won, obviously. It was 17-4. You answered my question. So you know what? I would say that maybe the 3 for 5, 1 home run, 2 doubles don't look quite as good as they would appear on first glance, but still very impressive game. Better than any game I ever had playing baseball. How are you watching the game? TV or internet? I'm watching it on Reddit. We have Ken and Ryu in our bullpen. I know. How awesome is that? Lakers and Dodgers for life. Someone's paying attention, and I didn't even notice that. I will give you points for that one. I did not even notice that until... Here's the pitch. I know. I didn't even notice that until now. That's great. And then even your little emojis were pretty good too. That comment of the night. Comment of the night. Though the combo comments before, I'm not gonna give anybody gold stars to the 3 of you. And you know, gold star to Peter Parker for going 3 for 5, even though everybody went 3 for 5. 2-2. Maeda looks pretty solid in there. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. And it's now 3-2. And this is just a little bit of a tight spot for the Dodgers. I just realized that I know that's because we're drinking too much beer, smoking too much weed. And you know what? We can't go with the puns. Hexar, I always pick Ken. Yeah, Ken was I had a twin brother, so we had to pick one or the other. And Ken was always a little bit faster, with a little bit more of a wild uppercut. Ryu was just fireballs and damage, and it was just a perfect yin and yang type of way to go. That was actually the best matchup in video game history. Was Ken and Ryu probably. I picked Ryu, but sometimes Ken. Yeah, but I used to like Bison because I would just Psycho Crusher across the screen. Like I would only do that in the arcade if I had to pay $25 or 25 cents. Because, you know, if you pick Ryu, you can get blown up sometimes. But if you're in the arcade, or it was at the Mexican restaurant that we used to go to, and it was money on the line, I would just pick Bison and just do the Psycho Crusher across the screen. I mean, I wasn't risking my quarter. Get that weak shit out of here. It's 3-2. Here's the pitch. And that's fouled away. This is a great at-bat. Oh, third was Guile. Well, that means you're probably a little bit better at the game than me. I was always a bit of a button masher. Guile was hard to play, but if you knew how to play Guile well, he was like so good. He was the ultimate. You could grind with the Guiles. You could beat anybody with Guile if you just did more stuff. And that flash kick was always pretty dirty. LOL, Ken and Ryu, Sonic Boom, yeah. Sonic Boom. And the sound effects were good. And Street Fighter 4 was so good. Did you guys play Street Fighter 4 at all? They definitely got like they got what we liked at it. Oh, that's hit super hard. That popped up. Now there's 2 outs, and this game is almost over. Ken, Ryu, Chun-Li. Yeah, Chun-Li was so cheap. She bounces off the back of the wall, and then had those legs. Anytime, like with Honda, anytime you can mash the button and get combos just by mashing, it was always going to be a tough player. And yeah, Chun-Li, that was just, anytime you can mash and get combos, Chun-Li was always hard. And just the speed and mobility and the jump off the wall. Here's Nolan Arendo. He's batting .095 versus Kenta Maeda. So this is the best situation possible. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. And Kenta Maeda continues to just go low and outside versus everybody. He has not pitched one meatball yet. So this is just a good situation. Yasiel Puig's looking pretty bored, actually, out in right field. And same with Kike Hernandez. He's kind of like looking at his glove like a little leaguer. Here's the pitch. And it's low. And it's 2-0. And this guy's batting .297, but he's 0 for 3 on the night. And Maeda just looks like he belongs. You know, I can't believe we were starting him this whole time, but Maeda looks like he belongs. And now they're having a meeting on the mound. And Machado, for some reason, is talking to Kenta Maeda. And it's like, dude, Machado, why are you doing that? We just got you. And now somebody else is talking to Dave Roberts. And Dave Roberts is thinking, what are you talking to me for? And this guy, Arenado, actually looks like my buddy Chris, of all people. They look very similar. Here's the pitch. And that was fouled away, so it's 2-1. This game is almost over. And Maeda asks for another ball. And he can take his sweet time. He can milk this one. This is a big win for the Dodgers. And if we're down by 1.5 games and we win this game, that means that we win one and they lose one. So that means it's a 2-game switcheroo, correct? So that means we're going to be winning if we win this game, right? Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away. And actually, I just understood the value of this game even more than we're down by 1.5 games, but we can get into first place right now. Is that a thing? And you win one game and actually pick up 2 games on somebody else. It seems too good to be true. And it's 2-2, down to the last pitch. And I think we're major favorites to win this one right now. And Maeda, he doesn't look like Jansen. Jansen could kick his ass, but we'll take him. Here's a 2-2 pitch. It's swung on and fouled away. And I'm starting. This is over pretty soon. And Dave Roberts is kind of pacing around, looking at his feet. And Colorado fans are up on their feet. Maeda is taking deep, deep breaths and has his puka shells on the outside. And who knows? Maybe he just got back from Hawaii and he got his shell necklace. He just thinks it's so cool. And he can come into work and people say, "What about the necklace? I just got back from Hawaii." Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball, and it's foul. And it's foul. Turner let that one go, and it was kind of like a bunt, and it wasn't an easy win. Let's put it that way. So good idea to let that one go foul. And it's still 2-2, and these puka shells on Maeda are just kind of making me mad now. At least tuck it in. And this guy Arenado looks like my buddy Chris. 2-2. One more to go. Colorado fans all wearing t-shirts in the Rockies. It must still be summer, and you know, global warming is a good thing. We're around at the beginning of global warming. You know, probably a pretty nice night in the Rockies. And Kenta Maeda stepped off the mound. You know, just taking his time, not gonna rush it. This is a huge pitch. Honestly, the thing is he knows that he can give up, he can tie the game in one pitch. He hasn't done one meatball yet. Stay strong, stay strong. Barnes sets up outside. Here's the pitch. Strike three. Strike three. And whoever that guy was went down swinging. Arenado went down swinging. Dodgers win. We are in first place, I think, which is great. Still more games to go against Colorado. It's Friday night. That's great. And that one was a little bit closer than I wanted it to be, but we'll take it. We got up 4-2. Kershaw pitched pretty well. Got up 4-2, and we did it. We won. We didn't lose in the 9th inning. It's a step in the right direction. We did what we were supposed to do, and I was more nervous than I was letting on right there. You know, I try to keep it cool. And Dodgers bullpen, 3 scoreless innings. Yeah, that's exactly what we needed to have happen. What's going on? Let's see what you guys are talking about. If this is your first time here, make sure you give me a subscribe. Give me 2 tries. Let's see what you guys are talking about. I picked Ryu, Giles third, Sonic Boom, Ken, Ryu. Oh yeah, Chun-Li with the legs. That was awesome. Yeah, I'll play college baseball. Well, you better be doing better than 3 for 5. But good 2 doubles and homer. I'm not talking smack, but if people on your team are going 4 for 4, start going 4 for 4. But I believe you. And then if you make it to the pros, you know what? I'll be your manager. Maeda better pull this off. This guy makes me nervous every time he pitches. I will give him credit. There was a point when he was lights out. Gus, you hit the nail on the head, and he also made me nervous when they first moved him to the bullpen, because he was new at the bullpen, and I think he just needed to find his place and just learn how to do it. And what I saw tonight was somebody that learned how to do it. So he does make me nervous, and I think he did give up the loss last time. Chun-Li, oh yeah, she was so cheap. She would grab you in the air and throw you. Oh dude, that was just and bounce off the wall. Chun-Li was so cheap. Whoever said that, who's ever playing Chun-Li, Hexar, you're so cheap, dude. And I would want, after like losing 10 times in a row to Chun-Li, you just get so mad. Throw your controller. What about the super fast kicks? Those were just overpowered. OP. Totally OP. Kind of like Thanos. Yeah, those were the days I wish I had Super Nintendo. It's so funny how like everybody loves talking about how awesome video games are these days, and like, oh, the graphics, we got new Spider-Man. In the end, we all spend the same amount of hours playing them, like as children, as we do now, or as we did back then. Like, do the graphics matter? What matters is the amount of time you're sitting there doing this with your controller. You know, and we spent equal amounts of times on Super Nintendo as they're doing it now these days. I realize the graphics were sweet, but the games were just as good, and we wasted just as much time as the kids these days. I think there would be 0.5 games behind going off ESPN. Gus Diaz. Well, you know what? It is what it is. And if we're still behind, either way, we still have to get wins. Maybe it doesn't even matter so much if we're in first or not. What matters is getting wins. And if it takes a couple more losses before we get our groove and get wins, then I'll take it. But I'll take the win. What matters is wins, not where we're at. Let's get wins, and then we'll see where we're at the ending. It is too good to be true. Oh, George Sanchez. It's in terms of it being a fun game, this is exactly what you want to see on a Friday night. It was a pennant race, playing against Colorado. We were on the road, get the win in the 9th inning. It's too good to be true in terms of just baseball being fun. There's so much of it is a grind, but that's why we watch. I'll take first place and any day in our division. Who knew that Colorado was going to be so tough? Like Colorado and Diamondbacks, they weren't shit last year. They must have made some moves or done something. Like, I don't know when it became such an accomplishment to win the pennant. We'll still be 0.5 games behind. Boogie Cousins bolt up. What's up, dude? Is that the Chargers? Are you a Chargers fan? 49ers Nation for life. Come on, one out. We got the out. 49ers for life. It might sound weird, but I grew up in California with no team, so I like the 49ers and the Raiders. I prefer the Raiders, but 49ers were always probably my second favorite team. Anyone ever mastered the trick where you jump attack upper body and then lower body? All right, here we go. Lakers, you deserve it. I'll read the whole thing. Anyone ever mastered the trick when you jump attack upper body, then attack lower body, drop opponent, soon as they get up, repeat? Oh yeah, that's cheap. That's called hitting them meaty. So as soon as you do that sweep, when you do the sweep, they fall down, and then right when they stand up, they have their first available frame in which they're active again. They're standing up, they're active. If you're able to get a kick on their first, or if you're bad, few available frames, they would get hit every single time. They would just have to push back. If you had good meaties, you could dominate, but with a lot of the players, but with Chun-Li, it was especially annoying because she was so tough. Yeah, totally. That was cheap. Oh, well, good times. Good game, guys. Gus Diaz, 49ers for life. Lakers, Dodgers, Kings of LA. 49ers Nation for life. 49ers. Make sure you come check out Lakers. I do this for Lakers, and it's a little bit more fun. And I'm going to step up my videos here soon. I got to get somebody else. Got to get a green. I'm going to make it better. Make sure you come back. And you know what? We'll watch LeBron. Hell yes. Yes, good game. Dodgers win. Awesome. Thanks for the streaming. DRK088. No problem. That's what I do. Give me a... do one of the things. Sports Fury. What's up, bro? This is why I gotta be reading. I gotta be paying more attention. Thanks for coming. I watched you guys yesterday. I was going back and forth between you and Philly 500, and it was really, really good. And you and Sean were really, really good. Everybody go check out their stream. They do what I do, but better. And I'm going to get a green screen. I'm going to step up my game. But what you guys have going for you is you guys are funny and know sports. It's a good combination for a sports channel. Drop a like for Devin. Thank you so much. Devin the GOAT. You know what? There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us, and we just show up there and we just do as good as we can. And sometimes you get wins and sometimes you get losses, and you just got to try your best. LOL, you'll be my manager. Yeah, we just did make money playing games, like this kids. Here we go. Hexar, here we go. Yeah, we just didn't make money playing games like the kids. Oh yeah, dude, this is a good point. They stream and get paid for watching them and playing video games. Oh, totally. We kind of got screwed in that sense that we didn't even have that opportunity. And the kids are so good these games at gaming that we can't even compete. I knew I'd sucked at video games when I was younger. And honestly, even when I was younger and streaming, nobody would have watched. I was just throwing fireballs. But yeah, it's just things change. And that's one of those things that if you were 12 years old and decent at a video game and understood YouTube and had a computer, sky's the limit. It's, yeah, you're right. D-backs and Rockies are in a good groove right now. Even though we won today, I hate the fact that we are just inconsistent, especially against shitty teams. We should have no problems, Gus Diaz, totally. And I kept on telling myself all season that the Diamondbacks were kind of running out of their ass a little bit, and they're just overperforming, and they can't get this many wins, and they can't stay this good. And same with Colorado. And I think what we've learned is that they are as good as they say they are. And if they're as good as they say they are, then we have to be a little bit better. We got the win. I agree with you, but we are better. But maybe we're not. We got to do better, because if they're as good as they say they are, they're going to be tough to beat. I'm definitely going to be tuning in, bro. Keep it up, Gus Diaz. Thanks, man. Think of it as radio. Yeah. Peter Parker, you're the best at this. Thank you so much. You know, I just think off the top of my head real quick. Thanks for coming, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.